Hey book peeps, thanks for tuning in for this week's podcast. This week I am talking about From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So this book is all about a lot of world building and different things to grasp. So you have the main character, Persephone or Poppy. She's the maiden, grown up in a shroud. Her parents died in this tragedy. And she has to go through with this ascension to do with like the people who are in charge, or the beings that are in charge of their world. And she decides, well, she's very mischievous, so she goes out into the city, tries to experience life, and she happens across this guy called Hawk. And it turns out that he's a guard who ends up in the castle. So there's some slight love interest there. It's a slow burn. Slight spice, there's a little bit of spice, but it's not too intense. She's very set in how the world is. She understands how things work. She kind of has to, and she's not treated very nicely, especially by the king and duke. Trigger warning in this. There's use of canes. Don't go there if that's going to be a trigger for you. Yes, her and Hawk, they get on really well, but then like the whole paradigm kind of shifts and her view of the world is sent into a spin, and suddenly everything she's been told is kind of a lie. And who are the good guys and who are the bad guys? Everything gets turned on its head. She gets betrayed and ultimately very hurt. And she gives herself wholly over to like her feelings and trying to live life, and decides that she doesn't want to ascend. But then, like I said, everything kind of turns around and it changes in its strange ways. So I figured out just about every single kind of plot twist or any like kind of big shocker. I get kind of bored because I know what's going to happen. I don't find myself like on the edge of my seat or anything like that. Like I said, it's an interesting premise. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue the series, but we'll see. I have a lot of reading to get done. This book just wasn't for me. It didn't quite gel. So overall, taking into account sort of writing style, the story arc, plot twists, readability, I would totally recommend this book. I give it 3.5 stars. Only because it didn't keep me on the edge of my seat and wondering what was going to happen like every turn of the page. I didn't find that sort of exhilarating aspect to it. A little bit too predictable for me. I like the mind benders. I need to be constantly guessing. But I mean, overall, like the writing style, the story, it was a good book. And I won't continue with the series, but I would recommend the series to others. So yes, thank you so much for tuning in this week for the podcast. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. It is a free way that you can support me, because I upload content like this every single week. I hope you have a fantastic weekend and get in some good reads. Much love, book peeps. Mwah. Hey book peeps.